Nigerian street hip-hop sensation Portable is making headlines again, but this time it's not for controversy. In a heartwarming video making the rounds on social media, the Zazuze singer was captured in a rare family moment playing and flipping bottles with his children. The video has sparked positive reaction from his fans and followers, many praising the artist for being present in his children's lives despite his busy and often dramatic career. Known for his bold personality and headline-grabbing antics, this softer display is being seen by many as a refreshing reminder that beyond the fame and chaos, Portable is also a father just trying to create joyful moments at home. Let's see some person's thoughts on this matter. I absolutely love this, frankly. Tululokwe is saying, look how responsible he acts with his children. That line, responsible man, come on. Okay. Ria of Ibadan. Ria, is this you? A family man to the core, this you cannot say against Portable. So responsible to his family and present for his kids. Some of favorites lack this. Oh, well, yeah. And final tweets on this. Mustrik is saying, now you know the eye where you they look. They use look Portable, but when his kids are grown, they will tell us that amazing side of Portable you all didn't know about. I couldn't agree less. Veronica, Ria, and Ibrahim. This is a beautiful thing to see about Portable.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see, and I think he needed to shift that narrative about his persona because a lot of people think he is always hyper, he's always everywhere and all, but that there is a side to him that takes care of his children, and so it is good to see, but I just hope this is not a show for just social media, that he is present, that his children know him and that he's influencing them positively and not all the craze and madness that we see on social media, that he's not, you know, affecting their life, because after they grow up to a certain level, they'll begin to understand who their father really was when they start speaking and engaging with people outside of themselves. So it's important that he understands what kind of image he wants to maintain. He's not getting any younger, so he should know how he moves forward from here.
And Ibrahim, you know, we've seen something like this with Snoop Dogg, you know, not in the US now.
Right.
Snoop Dogg has one of the most beautiful families you can ever think of from, you know, an artist of his standing. I think his 2 children are married with, so he's a grandfather actually, you know. And sometimes one will wonder, Snoop Dogg, very responsible children. Is that what we could see here with Portable, Ibrahim?
Yes, well, I'm not a fan of Portable, but the thing is, the algorithm sometimes will always bring in, you know, right on my phone each time I surf the internet. And one of the things I always see Portable do is the fact that he even chides his fellow content creators, so to speak, you know, telling them that they are not smart when it comes to investing, when it comes to making money, utilizing this money effectively. It will say they are not smart. So it is very, very good that we are seeing this side of Portable, you know, playing with his children. In fact, one of the kids, I think the one on my right, you know, was flipping the bottle and he was just getting it right. Very adept of a kid. So the fact that he had shown us this is telling his supporters, his fans, that listen, I can be a chaotic person on the outside but in the home front, I'm a very good man, responsible husband, and we've been seeing him with that persona when it comes to the thing of the home. No, when it comes to that, he's homely.
Responsible husband is relative.
I don't, Ibrahim,
I said he's showing them.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying he is, but based on the persona, what we're seeing, that is what we're interpreting. So it's not for his fans to say, yeah, Portable has this on the outside, but in the home front, he's a father.
Okay, let me pick it from where Ibrahim stopped. When we talk about responsible husband, I don't think so, because we've seen all the controversies that have come out with Portable and different
Maybe I should say responsible father. So, ladies can assess whether he's responsible.
So I don't know about responsible, husband. But when we talk about, you know, him with his children, I love the fact that you can be a celebrity, but your life outside is different from the one you have at home with your kids, and your kids are very important. So I love the way he's playing with his children. He's not acting like a crazy person like he normally does with his kids, because what the children see is what they learn. So I'm happy that he knows that he has to, you know, act in the right way for the children to emulate it. That's beautiful. So I give it to Portable on that. Not quite a fan of Portable, but this is a good one.
I'm not a fan either, but I think other artists should learn these kinds of lessons. We just spoke about Two-Face Idibia some days ago, and the statement he made, and we were like, what is the lesson he's teaching his children with these kind of statements that you are making? That you are seemingly a celebrity and an influencer who have a lot of following and all of that. I think that Portable, when you look at him, you know that there are different sides to him, especially with the point you raised, Ibrahim, talking about he investing. Obviously, he's investing time in his kids right now. He wants to be present. He wants them to know him. He wants to perhaps provide for them, although that will be digging deep to understand if he's really providing and doing the needful for them, because of the kinds of controversies around the women in his life, and some of them even claiming that he is not providing for their children as much as possible. But this picture is seemingly going to change that narrative. But artists should understand that you need to influence your children positively. Your life outside is beyond, is more than that. There's the home front that you must keep. Just like you mentioned, Nelson, Snoop Dogg, I was shocked when I learned about his son and his daughter, and the fact that he's very disciplined with them. He ensured that they do not leave anything that he leaves outside. He does not want to see them near anything he practices outside. He educated them. He ensured that he provides for them. His wife, she's lovely.
This is different from, you know,
the like of Snoop Dogg you see outside.
The like of Will Smith, you know, you wouldn't want to say that about him. So one thing there is that we've seen celebrities who told us that yes, my family is number one, my numero uno. They are first when it comes to anything in my life. For instance, Ronaldo, you know, saying just 2-3 days ago that yes, he's happy being in Saudi Arabia. He consulted his family that, should we stay here? I want to live here for the rest of my life. And he said, whatever his family, you know, says, that is what he does. And he has a very supportive family. You know, I've seen him, you know, join his live streaming sometimes on TikTok, you know, doing some things, saying some things, and then you see his kid beside him, you see the family, you know, playing around him. So he's a family man. So we've seen different celebrities, maybe in football, music, anything, and you know, telling us yes, family is number one for them.
And talking about family, we also see Daria Talade and his family. I love that family. Like that's one of my best. You can see how, you know, he's trained his children. Like you don't hear any scandals. Talk about family as well. Look at Iyabo Ojo and her, you know, her daughter and the son as well, Festus. People need to understand that family is number one. Like that is the basic thing. So what you teach your children is what they will grow up with. I love it when the celebrities continue to impact their children positively as opposed to all the things that we see on social media.
But you know, sometimes coming out on social media for me, you know, to showcase some of these things, I sometimes feel is really not necessary. Because again, you have to have, you know, grow your children in a private environment, as the case may be, so that you can, for example, what is going on or what happened to Prince Charles and Williams, Prince Williams and, what's his name now?
And the brother.
Exactly, Charles, when they were growing up, you know, and they talked about the fact that they didn't have that opportunity to grow up in privacy. And so that was one of the things that preempted some of the things we're seeing about the younger brother who wants that kind of privacy for him so that his children can have the opportunity to just be themselves. This is really important.
Unfortunately, because of who they are, at the time they couldn't have privacy as much as they wanted. And so perhaps the parents did not manage that aspect, because the parents have to be in sync at ensuring, okay, we manage the level of privacy our children can enjoy or how we expose them to the media and all of it. Look at the Kardashians, for instance. Those ones are everywhere. They live stream their lifestyle. They don't even think about privacy and all of those things. And we see how that has impacted them as well. So if your parents are not in sync as to how to manage your exposure, then it becomes a problem. This Snoop Dogg that we spoke about is because he and his wife decided we need to manage the privacy of our children, keep our family life outside of the media space. What I do out there is because I intend to make money to ensure that the life I live growing up is not what my children
Experience
live,
as well.
and so they do not experience some of the things I experience. But he had that understanding to ensure that I must provide for my family, keep them safe from all of that till a particular age when they are matured enough to be able to handle some of the things that they see me do, because they would have understood that this is me outside and this is me on the inside.
Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, it's about values as human beings.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of values probably you were raised by. And celebrities are also human beings who were raised, you know, like any other person.
Well, you never can tell. You never can tell.
Who could have
So some of them are product of the chaotic nature that they experience, you know, growing up. But you never can tell. One thing is that I'm also happy to say that, yeah, I'm a proud father, proud husband to my family. So rather than just sitting here and talk, you know, reminiscing on Portable and all of that, let me just, you know, say it out there that, yes, I'm a proud, you know, family man as well, and I'm sure that my ladies here are absolutely proud, you know, family members, you know, to their own families.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Well, I just said it a little earlier that yes, I wasn't really feeling good this morning, but you know, sitting right here, the aura quite positive. So
where are you going with this? Where exactly are you headed with this?
That's the way it is. And then you also been here too, Nelson, very good one.
So
one big family in TVC.
Exactly.
So let's just give it to ourselves.
Family is everything at the end of the day.
Of course, family is
But we will not be controversial. We'll always be bringing our people the best and the right information every day, every time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that. That's all we'd have for you today on Trending Now. Do you have an interesting perspective? Would you like to share anything with us? Just tag us on Trending Now TVC on any social media platform. We will be listening.
All right, definitely we'll be listening. This is where we have to draw the